Hi, I'm good. I just moved back to my parents in Oregon, and I am still working on unpacking. How are you, Patricia? Yeah, it was a beautiful drive. I drove with my friend, and it was good. I got lots of phone calls. I got to catch up with other friends via phone. And yeah, it was a beautiful drive. North Dakota is very pretty. Minnesota is very pretty to drive through. Idaho, Montana. Yeah. Unfortunately, so I wish I did more cooking, but I mean, I guess I'm okay with them cooking. Which is not to say that I don't like to cook for myself. My parents actually do have a garden. They have lots of different kinds of vegetables. They'll just bring in random vegetables every day. I don't really know what it's called. Um, there's like a gourd, like a really long, like light green gourd that my parents grow. Um, and they just like I don't know if you like make I don't know what you would call it, but I guess the like English word for it would be like a stew kind of, where you saute like onions and like ground shrimp and you throw in like different aromatics, and then you like throw in some water in these gourds and then you just let it simmer for a really long time. And then you eat that with rice. Uh, yeah, it's like a very it's like that's like Vietnamese home style cooking, I guess. Um, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so when you're eating the food with rice, you'll have like a rice bowl and you'll have like a bowl for like the soup, I guess. And then on the side, if you wanted something to punch it up a little more, you would use fish sauce. If you've used fish sauce before or heard of fish sauce, it's fermented fish. Um, and then you can add like, I don't know, like you can add like pepper to it. You can add like a Thai pepper. Um, and that like gives it like an extra kick, gives it like an extra more flavor. It's pretty good. It's very comforting for me. the way that you were describing it, the way that you were preparing it almost made me feel like you were preparing like lasagna. That's kind of, I thought you were going to say like, oh yeah, and I added some like ricotta, some mozzarella, some like tomatoes, some onions, and I was like, oh man, Patricia's gonna, is this lasagna? Is this like a Mexican lasagna? Totally. That's all. That's really great. What kind of sauce do you add to it? Cool. My mom loves adding cornstarch to different stir fries. When I came back, I called ahead and I was like, "Hey, mom, I'm coming back. I'll be back in like an hour." And she was like, "Oh, how much food should I cook?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, you don't have to cook that much for me, mom." And then I came back and I like helped her make like a stir fry of like, um, it was like bell pepper that she had already prepared from like a while ago. She added garlic. She added this fish cake that she had made. I guess like a few weeks ago. It was like she said it was um, fish with pork shoulder, sugar, little fish sauce, probably a little sugar, and it was really tasty. Um, but yeah, and then at the end, my mom was like, "Oh yeah, let's add some cornstarch." And she added like this huge spoonful, and I was like, "Mom, this is too much cornstarch. This is gonna be too goofy." Yeah, it's hard to taste because the texture is all it's just too thick and the vegetables just don't have enough space to shine. You just can't taste the vegetables as much, which is unfortunate. But you gotta Yeah, definitely. Oh, I have lots of foods. That's a good question. I mean, this is kind of cheating, but have you heard of pho? Have we talked about pho? PHO. The secret is that you order a soup base. And then all you have to do is um, you have to boil some water with some onion, ginger, lemongrass, and then you just dump in the soup base. And then it's great. And then you soak and cook the noodles however you want them. You can prepare the other things, the other toppings as you like. When I was living by myself, I would make a vegetarian kind, and I would air fry the tofu, and then I'd air fry the broccoli, and then we had that with like veggie pho. Um, it was really good. It was really good. Top it off with some green onion and cilantro. Add in a little fish sauce to add a little umami, I guess, a little savoriness. Yeah, it's very, very good. It was probably my partner's favorite thing that I cooked. We use, um, have you ever had pad thai? They're these, they're these sort of flat rice noodles. Yeah, like they're like thin, flat rice noodles. And they're kind of particular. You have to, well, my preferred method is to soak them um, for at least like 20 minutes before. Otherwise, you run the risk of getting like too much ricey flavor. And then if you don't soak them enough, um, then when you boil them in water later, they like won't absorb any of like the soup flavoring, any of like the soup flavor when you like add them with the soup. Correct, correct, correct. Soak first and then boil. Yeah, for sure. It was kind of hard for me to find in Minnesota, just because they didn't have like a dedicated Asian food store. But you know, if you look around, I'm sure you could find it. Fish cakes are so tasty. I could talk about fish cakes for hours. Nice to talk to you too.